Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we're going to check release from Miniart. So it's a 135 scale figurine set, which is named as a Battle of the Bulge, and as you can see, it's from Ardennes 1944. We have several figurines, 5 of them to be precise, and they are depicted in this quite interesting position, I would say. So you can see it on the box art, and we have it named as a special edition. So I'm not sure if it will be limited release, but we have it here, and this is the final shape of this set. You can get it now, for example, in Max. And of course, the box size is typical for such set from Miniart. So here you can see comparison with my hand. Maybe I'll zoom in a bit closer so that you can see this box art. Here on the side we have also some other kits. Actually, those are not other kits, those are the items which are included here, which is quite interesting as a marking guide for those items. We also have some information about the manufacturer and safety advices, while on the opposite side here you'll find more of the safety advices and reminder that this is not a toy. Here we also have the marking guide, which is combined together with assembly manual and also this special conversion table for the paints, which is quite useful. And I always say that it's a really good thing to leave aside, maybe cut out from the box and use it as the conversion table. By the way, I can see here, this is the back view for the figure, and I was hoping that we have some assembly options, but no, we do not. So this is the side opening box, and we have the sprues packed into one plastic bag. They're actually sealed inside, so I'm going to open it right now and we will take a closer look together. So just give me a moment. I can see there are several sprues, and as you remember, we also get the various items for these figurines, which is also cool. So we are going to start with this sprue, and I have to zoom in and maybe open the lenses a bit so that you can see what we will be talking about here. So those are 2 figurines and also some equipment here. I guess those are ally soldiers which are depicted as captured on this box art, but as you can see, the overall sculpting quality looks fine. We have just a slight amount of the flesh around the part edges, for example here, so it's cleanable with a sharp knife. Just do not forget to do so, because otherwise you end up with the ugly appearance, I would say. And here you can also notice that we do not have any guiding elements, so be careful while aligning those parts. It's also quite important thing to remember while working with such things. Next, we continue with another figurine. This one is depicted in the overcoat, so this one is also a light soldier here in the middle, and as you can see, the coat is assembled out of 2 halves. We also have quite the thin, I would say, quality here, so this is up to scale in my opinion, but some modelers will try to send it even more. We also have nice features here, so as you can see, all those wrinkles look quite convincing for this scale. And let's not forget that this is a plastic kit, this is not the resin, so that's why it's even more, I would say, impressive to get this out of the box without any additional modifications or changes. But here you can also notice that the edges of this overcoat, they are slightly sharp or even warped a bit, so you will have to cut them a bit in order to get the convincing edge appearance, but I think it's not a difficult task. And again, we flip over this part, you can see that even those large parts do not have guiding pins, only this neck section, it will play a role as a guiding element for those 2 overcoat halves. And just to give you an idea about the facial features, so if I bring closer this head, as you can see, it looks quite good, but it will be also important to paint them in a convincing manner, so definitely spend some time trying to get the more realistic result. I think it will be quite important here, and well, the time you invest here will be also influencing the final appearance of those figurines. Next, we continue with the sprue AE. So this one is dedicated to various German weapons, and as you can see, we have the pistols, we have the daggers, knives, and machine guns, and also the rifles here. So everything looks quite nice, and I would say this is the familiar plastic sprue for these modelers who purchased at least one of the soldier sets from Miniart in 135 scale, because even the one which we reviewed recently contained this sprue, and this is not a bad thing. It's actually cool that Miniart includes these accessories as a standard bonus. You don't have to buy them separately, and also you can store some of them for your future build, so this is definitely something what you won't be able to use everything at once unless you try to depict some, let's say, weapon storage. Here you can check those parts from the opposite side. We do not have any flash here, so this is actually a good thing. So if I bring closer, for example, these rifles, you can see that they're clear and crisp. There is no flash around them, so it's just a matter of separating them off the sprue and you'll be good to go. Next, we continue with equipment for German soldiers. So here we have helmets, pouches, also water cans, and even daggers and shovels. So everything is depicted in several options, I would say. At least, for example, those shovels, as you can see, we have one without pouch and one with a pouch and one with the single loop patch. I'm just looking how it will be attached, but as you can see, there are some variation included here. Attachment points for the helmets are on the top of the helmet, so you have to be careful while separating these parts, because if you damage something on the top section, then it will be easy to notice. We also have this smart protection of the helmets here, and if camera will be kind enough to focus, you will be able to see what I'm talking about. And as for the internal features here, you can see what is inside the helmets, so they're not plain and empty. We actually have some features, so in case you leave some helmet, let's say, turned on the ground, it will be noticeable that it's also detailed inside. And I think these small features actually make the Miniart kit a bit more interesting, because you don't get just simple details, you get a lot of stuff in the plastic kit, and some resin kits are actually offering less than this one in plastic, so this is definitely a good thing to consider. And last but not the least is one more plastic sprue, which is dedicated to the allied equipment. So here, as you can guess, we have the helmets for allied soldiers, and as you can see, they're depicted with the camouflage or without the camouflage, which is actually cool because you can have some variety on the captured soldiers. Again, we have some shovels here, some pouches and daggers, and note that daggers are also depicted without the case, so this is also quite good because again, you can place a dagger in a hand or just imagine something different thanks to these options. Even though we do not have a different position options, we at least get some different item options, so this is also a good feature. And if I flip over the sprue again, we can bring closer these helmets, and you can notice that here we have again the interior, let's say, details, but you can also notice that we have two attachment points for this, and they are placed on these sides. So I wonder why it wasn't done the same way on the German helmets, but we have what we have, and here you have to be careful even more while separating these parts, but at least you have less probability of damaging the most visible area, let's say. And then we also have the parts map. I'm not sure what is the value, maybe because the parts are not numbered on the sprues, but here you can see also the parts map with the numbering. So overall, I would say it's a really cool release from the famous brand. It should be already available, so you can get it in Modelimex, and of course I will be happy to hear your opinion, so do not forget to write it here in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.